Well, it's September 25th and another year of chasing moose is here. And this is one of my favorite hunts of every year. If you can get in on a rutting bull moose, there is nothing cooler. How cool was that? Pulled my draw this year. It was a 5-year wait to get into the zone. It's just a huge bush area, and as far as I know, there's some giant bulls in here. Oh. That's a big bull right there. That was incredible. My name's Mitchell Payment. I started tagging along with my dad to go hunting basically since I learned to walk. I grew up living the outdoor lifestyle, learning from my dad and any hunting video I could get my hands on as a kid.
Caught a day with a big buck tonight.
Once I turned 12, the legal age to hunt, we started taking things more serious than ever.
This is our second attempt on getting a buck. Spawn stock mule deer.
Working hard and learning through experience to better our odds to fold our tags on the animals we were pursuing. It has helped us grow into who we are now. Welcome to Season 4 of Moment of Truth TV. Smoked him. Oh my God. He's got a big head on him, wide ears. I'm at a loss for words.
Oh, he's so nice and mature.
He is such an awesome buck. I crushed him, Mitch. He's a dream buck. Look at that drop. That was unbelievable. Well, it's September 25th and another year of chasing moose is here. And this is one of my favorite hunts of every year. If you can get in on a rutting bull moose, there is nothing cooler. And I pulled my draw this year. It was a 5-year wait to get into the zone. And this is a zone nearby where we've always hunted, and it's just kind of less pressured. And so we're going to be going in here today. It's just a huge bush area, and it's where we're probably going to be focusing most of our time for the rest of the week because my dad took the week off work. So we're gonna head in there this morning. It's supposed to be a bit breezy, which isn't the best for calling, but I got the lucky cone with me and it's called in a couple moose so far, so hopefully we can keep the streak alive with it. And as far as I know, there's some giant bulls in here, but honestly, we're not gonna be too picky. If we see a nice 30-some incher, I'm gonna be more than happy to release and kill and stick into them. So we're gonna get hiking in there. It's just getting to about shooting light and do some calling. Well, there looks like there's a moose bed right here. So we're right. I think we're in their bedroom. We just gotta find one. We're gonna keep calling and moving forward. After coming across a fresh moose bed, we decided to let out a sequence of calls. Shortly on after, I heard what sounded like faint bull grunts coming in our direction. Well, that was absolutely amazing. This is the first piece of property on the first morning. We've just been coming in here. This is our first real cow call in the bush. And I just heard faint grunting coming in. He came into 10 yards behind all this brush, so it made really tough filming. And he circled downwind. If he would have come right in, we would have got footage, but he circled downwind. And I think all my dad got was his rack going by. He just had small paddles. I think we're gonna keep plugging away. We're gonna keep walking through the bush and calling. I'd say the rut is kicking up. It should be a great couple days hunting. We continued to walk and call, covering a lot of ground, but unfortunately with the wind picking up, creating a lot of sound, we were unable to call in another bull moose. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by RV City, generations of family fun. Old Smokes Coffee, coffee for the courageous. iHunter app, know your regs inside and out. Tacticam, share your hunt. Sights and Arms, your firearm specialists. And by Prime Archery, the most accurate bows on the planet. This segment is brought to you by RV City, for all your trailer repair, and camping needs. Located in Mornville and Nisku, Alberta. And by Tacticam, the best first-person hunting camera on the market. Made for hunters by hunters. Share your hunt. Well, it's morning number 2 of our moose hunt. We took yesterday off because it was raining and really windy. Bad conditions for moose hunting because they wouldn't hurt our calling. But we're back in the bush in a new area. I think it's going to be money. We're just going to start walking and calling in here. I am super stoked. Fingers crossed we can call in a bull. Was that? We just had a young bull come grunting right in. I could have shot him right at 20 some yards. That was so cool. That's amazing. We were just standing here after calling, and I heard a grunt, and I see him coming right around the corner. Just a really young bull. Maybe a great eating bull that we might take on later in the hunt, but as of right now, I think we're gonna try to get bigger than that. But that was so cool. Shortly after calling, I could hear a bull coming, grunting with every step.
Unfortunately, the bull must have winded us, and as fast as he came in, he ran off.
I got a glance of his antlers running by, and it was a good bull, but it's unfortunate he didn't just try to circle downwind and give us a shot. But we're gonna keep going and calling and see what happens. We're in the moose. Well, we're just walking through this beautiful marsh, and there's a fresh moose scrape right here. We had that encounter with that bull moose only 200 yards that way, so they're definitely in here. We just gotta pray that we can call one in. But we're just gonna loop around, walk basically the north side of the properties we're hunting here, and back to the truck. And hopefully by then, we got a bull moose down on the ground. Hopefully we can catch up to that sucker. Oh my god, that track is huge.
We continued to walk and call and navigate the bush back to the truck using our iHunter app. Unfortunately, we weren't able to release an arrow on the second day of our hunt, but having multiple heart-pounding encounters with bull moose, I couldn't wait to get back out in the moose woods tomorrow. This segment is brought to you by Sights and Arms for all your firearm, shooting, and hunting needs. Also, get booked for the best firearm training, shooting sports, and reloading courses today. And by Old Smokes Coffee. Try it yourself and use promo code MOT at oldsmokescoffee.com for 10% off your purchase. Having good luck thus far on public land calling in bulls, we continue to grind it out, finding new pieces to walk in hopes to get an opportunity at a shooter bull. Walking and calling some beautiful area with lots of sign, it kept us very optimistic that it could happen at any moment. After hunting hard for a span of a couple days without a sighting of a moose, it was time to switch it up and try to get some private permission where the moose might be less pressured.
Well, it's evening number 5 or 6 here. Kind of losing track of time. It seems like we've been out 100 times and walked 100 miles. So this morning we kind of took the morning off hunting and decided to drive around and try to get some private permission, because we've been going into crown land and it's just been overpopulated with hunters, and we kind of know why now. Driving around today, we struggled to get permission, and finally we got permission. This nice old gentleman is going to let us walk in on the quarter. There's been a few guys in here, he said last week, so they would have had a couple days to maybe come back in if they spooked them out. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. We won't know until we get in there and do some calling, but fingers are crossed we can call in a bull moose and let an arrow fly, so stay tuned.
After covering majority of the property, it was clear from the sign in the tracks that the moose had recently been pressured and were nowhere to be found. Luckily for us, the next day we were able to secure permission on a piece that hadn't been hunted yet, and it was time to give it a try.
Well, there's moose track in here, so there's definitely moose. It's so nice in here. It's just a matter of time before a bull comes in.
Shortly after seeing the track, I let out a calling sequence on the edge of a slough bed, and not too long after, a calf appeared across the way. While watching this cow, all of a sudden a shadow appeared to the left of her, and there stood a giant bull hot on her trail.
Approach him with a bull grunt.
With this giant bull hot on this cow, there was no way he was leaving her, so our only option was to approach with bull grunts and try to initiate a fight. By the time we got where we needed to be, the bull had grabbed his cow and buggered off, and unfortunately we were unable to get back on him. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Revolution Armory, Canada's best custom shotguns. G5 Outdoors, designed to hunt. Enforcer Ozone, #1 predator in odor control. Reveal cellular cameras, always on the hunt. Killin' Sticks, where the blood trail begins. And by Score Ammunition, proudly Canadian. This segment is brought to you by the iHunter app. Know your regs, where you're hunting or plan to go, right on your mobile device.
Well, it's the morning of October 6th. We're getting ready to go in for moose. We took 2 mornings off just because sometimes life events get in the way. So we're going to be going in this morning to where we had that last encounter with that big bull 2 mornings ago. So I'm really hoping he's still in the area, and maybe now he's off of that cow and he comes into the call. If not, I'm sure there's some other moose in the area, and we just need to get a bull to come into bow range and we could be good to go. So we're gonna head in there now. We kind of constructed a game plan, how we're gonna work the bush, and hopefully it works out.
Right after finishing a calling sequence, the bush came alive around us, hearing deep bull grunts on the ridge to my left, and soft grunts coming in fast to my right.
It's a little.
After the calf moved off behind us, the deep bull grunts kept getting closer and closer. Then I saw a giant rack coming straight in our direction. As you could hear, this bull had my heart racing, coming and grunting with every step.
I think I crushed him. I think I might have just stroked him, Dad. Oh my God, guys. I just killed the bull in my dreams. 24 yards came grunting across the meadow, and I just watched him pile over. Oh my God. Oh God. I love you too. Did you see that? We've been hunting for 10 straight days. I honestly didn't know what to say with this hunt. The way it was going, it was super tough. We came into this meadow, grunted him right across it. The little, I think it was a calf, came running in, and I just crushed him. He's huge, like massive. And I just watch him right into the brush. I can't wait to put my hands on him, guys. We're gonna give him a bit more time, and then we're gonna go check him out, but I'm pretty sure he's down right there. Yes! That was incredible. absolutely incredible. The coolest thing I've ever experienced in the woods, right there. Okay, well, we gave him about 15-20 minutes. I watched him go down, but we're just gonna walk up with an arrow nocked and hopefully lay our hands on my dream bull. Oh my gosh, he's down right where I seen him crash. I see a big paddle sticking up out of the brush. Let's go check him out. Oh my god, look at that. That's a big bull right there. Well, everyone, here he is. This moment is so surreal to me. I can't believe it went down this morning. And you know what, Dad and I have been hunting hard for 10 days now, and we've been walking a ton, and we haven't been blessed with too many opportunities. We called in a couple smaller bulls right at the beginning, gave them the pass because this is a 5-year draw, so we wanted to pursue something a little bigger. And we went through the ringer on the crown land, went through the ringer trying to get permission on the private land, and finally this gentleman was super nice enough to let us come back here for moose. We started calling, and wouldn't you know it, the bush lit up around us. Grunting to our right, grunting across the meadow, which was this guy. He had a real deep grunt, and a calf came jogging into 10 yards, just making all kinds of crazy noises. And then to see this bull coming across the meadow, grunting it with every step, just steam piping out. I think he was gonna try to circle downwind. He turned. I stood up, drew back, and absolutely piped him with the kiln stick arrow. He ran 50 yards, and I got to watch my dream bull topple over. It was absolutely incredible. It's the coolest thing I've ever experienced while hunting, and I think this is a memory that's going to live on forever. Thanks so much for coming along, and I hope you tune into another hunt on Moment of Truth TV.
This segment is brought to you by Prime Archery, where accuracy is everything, and by G5 Outdoors, designed to hunt. Closed captioning is brought to you by RV City, located in Mornville and Nisku, Alberta. To keep up with the latest from Moment of Truth TV, make sure to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as follow @MitchellPayment on Instagram for in-field updates.